Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I wish you all a very happy new year and I wish you get all the happiness in the world. If you are new to this channel, this is Surbhi and I post videos on books, reviews, hauls, recommendation, explore and everything related to books. So if you are a book lover like us, then click on that subscribe button and join this bookish club. Now, as 2025 has begun, I can see my YouTube page filled with TBRs, like 2025 TBRs. So I was intrigued to make a video recommending my TBRs, showcasing what I am going to read in this 2025. So here I am with my 2025 TBR. 25 books that I am super excited to read this year. So without wasting any time, let's start it because the list is stacked. So I have both physical and ebook TBR and I have curated a list of TBRs that I am going to read on my Kindle. So here it is, and I have some physical books that I am going to read this year. So I'll start with a very interesting book. This book has an intriguing plot, like a woman fakes her pregnancy for nine months and beyond just to avoid harassment at her office. And this book is Diary of a Void by Emi Yagi. This is an amazing storyline, I would think, and that's why I have picked this book, because that's something amazing. Because to fake pregnancy, it is something that people cannot think easily. So I am all up for it. Next I have Khachar Ghochar by Vivek Shanbhag. If you are a book lover and if you are following bookstagram booktubers, then you might have come across Haley. She is one of the oldest Indian booktuber and she has always talked about this book, Ghachar Ghochar. So I was so intrigued by this book, and this book has been in my TBR from last 2 years and I am up for it now. This year I'll definitely finish it. Next I have Better Than the Movies. Obviously I have took a resolution to read more of romance in this year. So I am starting off with Better Than the Movies because I have heard that this book doesn't contain smut. So I want to start with that because I don't like a book filled with smut. So that's why I am picking Better Than the Movies, and it is highly rated and highly talked about books of 2024. So yeah, that's why. So next book is The Krishna Key by Ashwin Sanghi. So you give me anything mythological, I will read it. I am so into mythological, and this book is mythology with thrill. So I am so up for it because it has ancient secrets and you will feel you're reading a Dan Brown book. So that's why The Krishna Key. Next book is The Cat and the City. I am so into Japanese novel. If you are following me from a while, then you might know that I love Japanese novel and I've been talking about it a lot. That's why I've picked The Cat and the City. It is one of the amazing book. This has cat stories from Tokyo, and of course it is Japanese novel. That's why I have put this in my TBR. So let's see how it goes. Next is The Diary of a Bookseller. So I always thought how amazing and interesting a life of bookseller will be. I have always thought of working in a bookstore. So I am so intrigued on peeking into the diary of a bookseller, because how to see stories of different customers and hilarious things that can happen at a bookstore. So yeah, that's why I've picked The Diary of a Bookseller, which is just amazing. It is also one of the books Pinterest had inspired me to put it on my TBR. So that's why it is there. Next I have Where the Crawdads Sing. I know I am late to the party, but better late than never. This is one of the most talked about books. This is highly rated books, I would say, of 2024, and that is why I have picked it up. I don't know about the story. Frankly speaking, I have no idea about the story, but yes, as it was most like top rated books, that's why I've picked this. Next, I have, of course, I have I binge read thrillers, and my favorite read right now is anything by Frida McFadden, and that's why I've put The Inmate by Frida McFadden. I know it will have plot twist, and Frida McFadden is queen of plot twist. So that's why The Inmate. I am up for all the plot twist. I am just I just want to read it as soon as possible. Next, I have Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. It is a story about two lovers who are not the lovers. Like, they love each other, but they are not the lovers. And it has video games and love story. Something amazing is about this book. So, and the cover is just amazing, and the title is also amazing. That's why I have picked this. So this is also a Goodreads choice award, and yeah, these are all the reasons why I have put this book on my TBR. So let's see how it goes. I will review it definitely for you guys, and yeah, that is the book. Next book I have is Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. To be honest, this book is on my TBR from last 3 years, and I couldn't pick it up. I don't know why, because I thought it is a romantic book, and why should I read it, because I'm not into romance so much. But this year I am going to finish it. Next, I have Below Zero by Ali Hazelwood. Now, if you are reading romance, you have to put any book by Ali Hazelwood, and Below Zero is a short story, like 100 pages, and it is about science and love, which is the forte of Ali Hazelwood. So why not put it that on my TBR? That's why it is on my TBR. So if you love thriller and if you like the punch of dark humor, then this book is just perfect for you. Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone is one of the best book by Benjamin Stevenson, and obviously the title screams to me. It is a thriller book packed with comedy, so I am just up for it, and people have reviewed that the ending is something they have never expected. So I am up for these thrills, so that's why it is on my TBR. Next book is something like next 3 books is something that I have avoided for years now, like especially 2 of them. Third book is something that is quite new. So these are sad books. I don't read sad books even if it is very good book, because I'm kind of emotional person, so I avoid reading those genres that will make me cry. That's why I have not. So the first sad book is Almond by Won Young Jong. I know this is one of the most depressing and heartwarming and heartbreaking story, but the thing is, it is a story about all the emotions and this boy who cannot feel any of it. So I am just up for it. I want to know if this book will make me cry or not. Next book is The Book Thief. Yes, this is one of the book that I should have read earlier, but like I can't read sad books. So Book Thief is narrated by death itself. So that is the plot I am most interested in, and that's why I am picking that up. And next sad book I have is A Thousand Splendid Sun. Like, if you are reading sad books and if you have not read any of Khalid Hosseini's books, then what's the point of reading a sad book? That's why A Thousand Splendid Suns by him, I don't know, I don't want to cry, but I think these book will definitely make me cry. Next, I have Ethics by Aristotle. So I wanted to read this classic from a very long time, and that's why I have put this on my TBR. I hope I finish this in this year only, because I don't want to like put this on my next year TBR. So I want to finish this in this year only. Next, I have something like It Ends With Us by Colin Hoover. So I have read Verity and November 9 by Colin Hoover. November 9 was fine for me. Verity I didn't like. But I had asked you guys whether I should read this or not. So some people have told me to read this just to like know how she writes. Like, this is the evolved book, so that's why I have picked this up. And next three books are filled with comedy and feel good vibes. So I have Paradise Towers by Shweta Bachchan Nanda. I have picked this book up because like I wanted to read something by celebrities. That's why I had picked it, and it is quite small, so I do not have to put so much brain into it. That's why this. Next is Cecilia Ernst's The Year I Met You. It is an amazing book. Like, I love Cecilia Ernst's writing from PS I Love You, and that's why I had picked this. And yes, I will definitely read this book. This is feel good, heartwarming story. That's why I have put this on my TBR. Next, I have Getting Personal by Chris Manby. It is an amazing book. If you want to read something light and funny and everything, then this book is just perfect for you. Next book I want to read is The Wealth Money Can't Buy by Robin Sharma. This one book is gifted by one of my friend, and this is one huge book, and that's why I have put this on my TBR, because I have to give a review on this, and I have to read this big book, a non-fiction book. So let's see. Like, the smell of the book is just amazing. So yeah, thank you for gifting me this. And next I have two thriller books. First is Time of Death by Alex Barclay. It is one of the international bestseller book. I had got this book from Kitabe mystery box, and I have not touched it. But this year I am going to finish this. Next book I have is Closed Casket by Sophie Hannah. It is a continuation to Hercule Poirot by Agatha Christie, and it has a funny story to it why I took this book. So I went to this book fair organized by Kitabe, and I wanted to like take any of the Agatha Christie book with me, and I was searching for it. I asked one girl where I can find the Agatha Christie book. So she told me there is a book in the corner. So I went there, I rushed there, and I just saw this Agatha Christie written, and I picked this. I didn't see it is written by Sophie Hannah, and I just picked this. And there were some people beside that rack, and they were so stumbled, like they were so puzzled what I am doing, because I just snatched it from the racks. So yeah, it is like continuation to Hercule Poirot and based on Agatha Christie. So I am reading this, whatever the reason is. Next, I have my favorite author's book, The Winner Stands Alone. I I am like reading this because I want to read something philosophical. I hope it has, and let's see how it goes. I have no expectation with this. I am just reading because it's a Paulo Coelho's book, and let's see how this one goes, and if I like it like other Paulo Coelho books or not. Last, I have love, whatever that means. This book I had took from the bookstore because it is written in form of emails, messages, chats, which which is kind of theme I always like. That's why I've picked this. I hope I finish this because I have read few pages and after that I skipped to another book, but I will like start reading it again and I will finish it. It is like a romance book, kind of romance book, feel good book. So yes, let's see how it goes. So yeah, that was it for the video. These are my 25 books that I am going to read this year, and let's see how it goes. Let me know in the comments if you have read any of these books, or if you have any favorites among these, or what you are currently reading. Tell me that as well. And if you have any recommendation for me to add on my TBR list, then do let me know that as well. And if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel because it is completely free. Share this video with your friends and family, and until I meet you next time, happy reading.